Well, like, was the rule last year whoever scored more? Well, we could do the opposite this year. We could do okay. I would. Oh man, yeah, no, I was pissed. Oh, you go first. You go first. I'm sorry. Yes, exactly, exactly. We- Jordan Love. Oh no. Oh, because he did throw a pick six. He wasn't looking good. He did. He did not look good. And then it's like they transferred over the terrible look to Caleb in the second. It's more than the second half because I stopped watching the game in the fourth quarter, like before the fourth quarter happened. Mm. Hmm. It doesn't make contact with you at all. Uh-huh. Mm. Oh, yeah, I'm seeing it. Was it an incomplete pass? You can, if he was trying to get up, you should be able to punch it. If he gave himself up, then it's nothing. But if he just tried to get up and move, oh, I heard about that. Yeah. but but you got to be able to kick the ball in the back of the end zone. That's 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 crazy. Out of bounds, yeah, out of bounds is a huge penalty. Hmm. Or Mac 2 points. So you didn't have the, yeah, you didn't have the 2 minute one as a stop. Yeah, as a stop. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. He They should have. He did miss some passes that were to wide open people, which is the part that I think really gives him not a bad grade, but looks bad when everyone does the right thing and all you've got the pocket. The offensive line gave you the pocket, the receiver did what he's supposed to do, and you just overthrow it due to something. That's what those look bad. Yeah. It kind of looked like he wanted him to go up more, and he kind of did. That's Mhm. Yeah. Yeah, like listen, after the pick six, I was like, oh, this game is over. JG McCarthy's not doing anything. They can't move the ball in no way, shape, or form. I'm going to bed. Just to wake up to like, what happened? And I've been Mm. Oh no, you don't want the bears all over yourself. Oh. Oh man, yeah. But at least you saw part of it, what you wanted to see. Did you see guys getting schemed open? See, they look like they had a confident offense. Hmm. Hmm. Totally bears themselves as you put it. Oh. It works. It works. Well, at least you got to see something that you wanted. I saw the same thing I have seen for the last couple of years. The only difference is that I think this Giants defense might actually be pretty good. I think which is good to see. We lost Michael McFadden for a significant amount of time, our starting middle linebacker. Um, Brian Burns had 2 sacks. Kayvon Thibodeau had 1 sack or a sack and a half. Um, Abdul Carter blocked a punt. Like Adebo, the guy we got from I think the Saints, who was injured, picked him up, locked McLaurin down for pretty much the entire game. We gave 21 points. Yep. They only scored 21 points, right? We were not out the game until that last touchdown. And even then, like the game was 6-14 for a long part of the game, right? We got the ball to the red zone twice, and we got the ball on the goal line twice as well, and did nothing. On one of those, our running game was that's the reason why the Giants lost. The run game could do nothing. Three running backs ran for I don't know how many times for a total of 30 rushing yards. Three running backs combined for 30 rushing yards. Yes. No. Yeah. Yes, it was they could not run the ball, which led to yeah, it was bad, and which led the Giants to doing something that I know they didn't want to do was rush throw the ball, what, 35 times? 37 times. That's not what they wanted to do. He, they didn't want to throw the ball like that, especially with the offensive line being as bad as they were. Now, when you look into sack numbers, they don't tell everything. He was only sacked two times. We sacked Jaden Daniels more than that, right? Yeah, he was only sacked two times. He was pressured. He was hit like eight and pressured on 50% of his dropbacks, which is just never going to be good. He had wide receivers drop passes, especially the tight end. It just didn't look good on the play in the end zone. uh Off the Kafka drew up a one of the worst plays I've ever seen. It was a offensive lineman trying to leak out, but there was no one else. I don't know if they tried to fake a run. It was a bootleg. So yes, they tried to fake a run and roll Wilson to the right where an offensive lineman would be there wide open. He wasn't wide open. They saw it from the beginning. It was a horrible play call. You got weapons down there, use them, right? I'd prefer, which is now almost lost in the NFL now, I would prefer a fade route to McLean Neighbors, right? A, a 50-50 ball, go up and get it and make a play versus running it to your offensive lineman who you think is going to be wide open and he's not. And you don't even have a second option. You got to throw the ball to this offensive lineman. Yes. 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 Oh, God, I hate it. And those bigger guys don't get offense, they don't get interference calls. So even if they do interfere with him somehow, they never get those calls. Yeah, you don't. So we get to the red zone twice. There probably should have been scores, and that was the big problem with the Giants last time, getting in the red zone and not coming up with scores. I do think that they are kind of one-dimensional with Russ. Russ needs time in the pocket. He was scrambling a little bit. Like I said, he was the leading rusher on the team. So he scrambled when he had to. But you no longer have the plays that you had that you would like Dabo would have been accustomed to with Allen, or what he tried to do with Daniel Jones, or what he wants to do with Dart, where a quarterback that's got a little scramble. Occasionally, I can call a quarterback run for him, keep the linebackers honest. Like they couldn't do any of that. They could not run the ball, and that's because the offensive line could get no push. That's because the offensive line could block nobody. Offensive line really hurt the Giants this again, and I think they can get better, but they got to get better fast. And this, but like I said, Washington has a really good front four. They have a really good front four, and they were able to get pressure. So I'm hoping that the Cowboys, who don't have a really good front four, we could actually get maybe a little bit more time. Maybe we could see more Malik Neighbors. Maybe we could see more of other people because Darius Slayton didn't get a target. uh, Wandell Robinson was catching passes, and Malik had some good catches, but they were none of them were in stride. They were like stop your route, come back, jump up and get it because just Russ could not stand in the pocket and deliver a good ball. He didn't have the time. So it was a tough game, and I'm more upset at the fact that we only scored 6 points and did not score a touchdown in the game. That is what I'm upset about. But the defense did give me something to kind of be happy about. I do think we're gonna have a defense that can keep us in games, but the offense, once again, has to be able to score over 17 points consistently. Because there will be games where that Giants defense can hold teams under 20. But they have to be able to score over 17 points consistently. And at this point in time, until that running game can do something more than 30 yards between three running backs, I don't know. I think they may have to go old school football and just literally get a fullback back there and to make some holes because the offensive line isn't doing it, right? If you need an extra guy back there, get it. But I understand that's not football now. There's rarely do teams have fullbacks. Cam Scatterbull lined up and in a passing play and delivered a beautiful block to a linebacker who was blitzing, and it got Malik Neighbors open for a first down. I was like, okay, that's what we need to see. If you got to keep your running backs in, let's keep them in. But y'all got to blocks. The five people in front is not doing it. So we don't know if Andrew Thomas is coming back this week. Um, so we don't know. But the guys they got to get better. So that's it. All they can do is try to get better or figure out what's going on with the offensive line because it didn't look from the layman's perspective, it didn't look horrible. It didn't look like they were just getting completely blown up, completely run by. What they couldn't do is couldn't hold their ground. So the offensive line is just pushing the defensive line, just pushing them to collapsing the pocket and making the pocket smaller and smaller for Russ. They didn't look like they were getting beat around the corner or anything like that. They just was getting just manhandled by grown men. That's what it looked like. But like I said, it's week one. I'm not even that upset. It's week one. I would have liked to see something better. Yeah, I'm not even gonna get. I'm not gonna get myself angry about it. I'm just gonna watch this Sunday game, and I'll get angry on Sundays. Right? I'll get angry on Sunday. Yeah, yeah. Got the Cowboys. They scored a lot against the Eagles. They scored a lot. They did. And Mhm. Mhm. Yeah. Hmm. Off in the line or defensive line? Uh, they lost their defense, their DBs. They went and got the DB from the Giants last year. They're already talking about benching him. Yeah, everyone did. Everyone talking to him last year. I remember last very well. He had one real good year with the Giants, and then last year just was not a good year. So, but yeah, no, it was an interesting week this week. It felt once again like the NFL really needs to add that fourth preseason game back. It still feels like teams don't really bring their best. There was some bad football. We had good football, but there was definitely some bad. Some like, do you think the Lions are going to be as bad as they were going forward? Oh yeah, yeah. The he did have a good one. Yes, yes, and good when it counted. That was the key. I've seen him good, but he was good when it counted. I, I I will tell you something. Wherever Keenan Allen goes, he is going to take receptions from the best wide receiver on that team. He may not be the best wide receiver on that team, but he is going to take receptions. Last year, Lad McConkey was the man on that team. He threw it to everyone. Exactly. And even Quinn got an action. Yeah. Yep. I was like, okay, now this is it. But yeah, Allen's gonna piss you off. He did the same thing last year with the Bears. You was like, oh yeah, DJ Moore's gonna get it, beat it. Keenan Allen's finding a way to take reception. This is fantasy talk. He is finding ways to take receptions from the number one wide receiver on that team. Yes. Mhm. Yeah. He's sure-handed, and yeah, he's not bad. He's not bad. But yeah, no, he looked good. And I know you don't want to hear it. The Green Bay Packers. You gonna okay. Okay. Oh, okay. Okay. Hmm. It was the best game of the week. Yes. It was a good game. Wait, you know what was a good game too, and not a lot of people probably watched it? The Steelers and the Jets. That was a good game. Hmm. Hmm. Oh yeah. Hmm. Oh yeah. It was a good game. Like not a lot of mistakes made, not a lot of turnovers in the game. Offenses was clicking on both sides with 73% completion percentage. Yeah, mhm. But the question, like you said, is Justin Fields he was 73% complete with 218 yards. Mm-hmm. Brees. Oh, Joe Wilson, Gary Wilson. No, goes back. Ooh, Uh-huh. Ball popped up. Yeah. Good hit. Mm. Oof. But blown up. Jacked. Oh. Yeah, it was a good game, and I say to talk about Rodgers, it looked okay. It looked okay. They, mhm. It was yeah, yes. The Jackson Dot watch is probably not really on, but whatever. But yeah, it was a solid game. They were good. Um, yeah, yeah, Jets. If they can get Fields like this they had Brees Hall with 100 yards, Fields with 2 touchdowns on the ground, a touchdown in the air. They could. They're not going to be. They're not going to be problems for the Bills in that division. Maybe I don't know. Like I said, I don't get the Bills. I don't get it, and that could lead us to it. I don't know how they do it. I don't know how they do it. Their defense isn't great. James Cook is a really good running back. They have good wide receivers, not great wide receivers. And like I said, their defense isn't great. It never is. They're always in shootouts, 37 to 36. They're always in shootouts. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Like that's another one of those games where I kind of called it quits. They were up 2 scores. They were up 2 scores. I stopped. It was getting boring. It was getting boring to watch when the Ravens was doing what they were doing. When when he had 100 plus yards on like 7 carries, I was like, all right, it's just one of those games. And then Lamar's throwing into Zale. I'm like, okay, this is over. It's over. When they're playing like this is over. And then I'm starting to get texts like, what is going on? And I'm like, what? I just got to quickly turn back on the game. Oh, Derrick Henry fumbling. Yeah. Mhm. uh, Torkeridge. Yeah. And then they still weren't out the game. They score, they come down, they don't get the 2 point conversion, right? They still are in position to just run the clock out. They're in position to run the clock out, and they can't. And then they kick the ball, and they still have to. They can. All they got to do is stop him from getting in field goal range. That's all they got to do. And Josh Allen won't let him. And Josh Allen. Mm-hmm. Give him the ball, especially if all they need is a field goal. If all they need is a field goal to win, you could just chalk it up. Just put the 3 on the board right now. Mhm. See, Pey- Pey- Mahomes definitely, yeah. But well, I used to think that if I needed seven, I'm going for Peyton. Like I felt Peyton would get you in the end zone. Brady, if you needed three, it was happening. He was going to do enough to get you in field goal range, and Vinatieri was money. Oh, no, whoever he had at the time was money. It didn't make a difference. Peyton, I felt seven, and Josh, maybe not seven, but he's going to get you in the scoring range. He's going to get you a field goal. He could get you a seven. Kansas City. Yep. Yep. You can't bear yourself. You got to wait till after the fourth quarter. and they were up by two scores, and all they had to do was run. It was at least two times where they're basically saying, "Hey, if the Ravens get a first down here, game is over." They must have said that like three times. You wouldn't even think there was enough time to get 22 points. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yep. A fumble, well, giving him the ball where it gave him to him was that hurt. Um, was there any other good games? Yeah. Uh-huh. That yeah. It was Thursday, so I almost I forgot about that. We didn't talk about it, but yeah, Thursday. Yeah. Hmm. Yes. Yeah, they missed it on a what's name kick. He there was kickers mess. There were kickers missing all sorts of things. I think I saw. Did Moody get fired from the the Browns browned themselves because the Bengals played like trash. He can't. Yeah, it could happen. They don't. They look bad with no answer. But like I said, sometimes you can sit there and chalk stuff up as, but that's your coach's fault for not being ready first game of the season. But mm-hmm, yeah. That's how I don't feel like answering your stupid question. Be a little bit more direct. Yeah, no, they looked bad, and Daniel Jones had a good game. in the 21st century. They said, yeah. Hmm. Yeah. I, I I'm still happy that he's not on my team. I don't think that one game is like, yeah, that one game is not going to do it. I've seen him have good games. He, but what maybe like Saquon, it was the offensive line, which we are seeing is still a huge problem. But also, it wasn't that big of a problem because we saw other quarterbacks do better in the system than Daniel Jones. So let's just throw that out the window and his injury problems. I'm happy for him. I'm glad he can do well, but I don't want him back on my team. Now, unlike Saquon, I would like him back on my team. So yes, yes. Mhm. The Patriots, yeah, it was very okay. Very okay game. It was just medium. Yeah. Hmm. Yeah, the Saints was actually moving the ball, but Chris Olave is he get hurt? The answer is yeah. He took a shot. I saw it. I don't know if he's completely fully hurt, but yeah. Hmm. Hmm. Yeah, I don't see it. That that was another game that got weather delayed. Serious weather delay. Yeah, serious weather. They had to move the whole stadium, the whole game to a different stadium. No one played very well that game, especially Calvin Ridley. Did you see how many drops he had? Ward was delivering some pretty good passes, and Calvin really must have dropped three. At least 4 weeks. Mm. That's not good. You don't want to see those. Yeah. The te- they don't have Larry Tunzel. That hurts. He's over there in Washington now, I think, right? Yeah. What does that bring the total to the weekly total? With whose name does it show up on the spreadsheet? What does it say? That's not how that works. Oh, okay. Thank you. Thank you. It'll be like that all week, all year. All year. Me just Hall is gonna be +2. Holland +4. Holland +8. +8. I'm actually, yeah, you see, I just see how I was multiplying it. You started to. Exactly. It's gonna keep moving. Uh-huh. Mm-hmm. Yes. Mm-hmm. Defense. Second spot. Like, oh, yeah, no, they look good offensively, defensively. Yeah, they I will say in the NFC they look the best out of every team that played this week. Mhm. But they crowned him. You want to crown it? Yes, we'll crown it. Mm, mm. I got the Packers. Yeah. Detroit. Okay. I almost didn't see that coming, sir. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Yeah, that they kind of did. You want Oh man. 45.5. I don't see that being scored. But but I'm going for the Giants for the same reasons you're going for the Bears. Those exact same reasons. Of course, they have to. Please don't lose. Please, please don't. Yeah. Yeah. Mhm. And they didn't look that bad, and they was actually still in the game. Yep. Javante Williams, yep, used to be the running back for the Broncos. They did play the Bucks this last week. They play the Vikings. Falcons play the Vikings. Bengals Jags is correct. We go. Uh-huh. Jags. No, Bengals. No. Jags stink. And they had uh Travis Henry six defensive plays is all he did. 40. Like he was out there for the entire game. They're almost exclusively using him as a wide receiver. That's exactly what people are saying. Like what? Mhm. Rams. I I like the combination with Devontae Adams and Puka. Those two. No, don't say that. I got him. He can't. He ain't hurt. He was he needs to put the Guardian helmet on. He was hit like 14 times in that game, and he got cleared. He got removed out of concussion protocol. Uh, like in the game, he got cleared, no concussion. Don't tell me he's out because he's like a he's not even cute. That was in the game. In the game, yeah, it was crazy. I'm like, yeah, put the Guardian helmet on. Put the big boy helmet on. They are killing this man. The Bucks play. Yep, there is Bucks, Texans, and Chargers, Raiders. Falcons is Falcons, Vikings is Sunday night. Mm-hmm. Oh god. Yeah, they're playing at home. That's why. But I gotta go Patriots this game. Oh, if you didn't know, NFL confirms it has commenced a personal conduct policy review on Tyreek Hill. He is under investigation for domestic violence. So, yep, yeah, that's what here's the key. I'm going Niners. Yeah, I don't know if it matters. They still C Mac is still there. They can just hand the ball off of him for most of the time. They don't have many wide receivers, so oh, that's tough. That's tough. I don't know. That's tough. I'm gonna go 49ers, even though they're at home, but I'm expecting Purdy to play. I didn't so ooh. And yeah, at in the road. Yeah. I think I'm gonna take the Jets. I think I'm gonna take the Jets. I feel like this is a game that they can win. They play decent defense. They usually play decent defense, and like I said, they know Allen. Well, They know Allen just better than almost anyone else. So but they got a new coach, doesn't really know. The whole team is fairly different. I'm still going Jets. I'm not swaying for my pick. I think I need an upset somewhere in there, and this is it. Mm-hmm. I'm going Steelers. Mm-hmm. Easily Ravens. They may destroy them just because. Mm-hmm. Oh no. Yeah. I'm going Cardinals. I I like MHG this year. I think MHJ. I think he's gonna have a much better year than he did last year. The Chiefs did not look good against the nothing about them looked good. I gotta go Eagles. I'm going Eagles. They just didn't look good. They didn't look cohesive. Xavier Worthy had a separated shoulder because his own man ran into him. I and that man was Travis Kelsey. But I don't even know if he's playing. I don't think he is. Yeah, so they don't have anyone else. Rasheen Rice is out. He's gonna be out for 6 games. Travis Kelsey or bust. And Isaiah Pacheco is not a good running back. I've got him in fantasy. I should know. And Kareem Hunt is this backup. Like it just they just don't have a good team, and they look bad. So I'm gonna go Eagles. I don't think JJ McCarthy's that good. I don't. That's it's the only reason why I'm thinking about going Vikings because they're at home. It's the only reason, and that's why I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go Vikings. But I would not be surprised if the Falcons go in there and just beat the brakes off them. Okay. Okay. Ah man, Baker's been playing deep. Well, I'm going Baker here. They don't get blind loyalty like some other people do. I got the Raiders. The Raiders seems to have a number on the Chargers, I believe. I'm picking the Raiders. You didn't miss any games. You didn't say that? Oh, you didn't. Nope. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, they don't have the line. Sorry. NFL.com does not have the line. I'm, I'm going Colts. Oh, that feels weird. That feels weird. Am I going? Am I going Colts? Wait, wait. No, I'm going Broncos. I'm not. I'm not going to go. I'm going to go. Oh man, the Broncos didn't look good. Their defense is. Yep. Yeah, I'm going Broncos. Their defense is really good. It's really good. Yep. Yeah. Yeah. Bo Nix did not look good last game. His last game, and they still won. Yeah. So if Allen wasn't in the league, he had an okay game. He didn't have a really nice game. He had an okay game. Mm-hmm. He played the last game of the night of the week, and it's okay. The stats. First, give me what was JJ McCarthy's stats? That's not enough. That's not good enough. Michael Penix Jr. 298, one touchdown. Yep. Matt Stafford went 245 and one. Jaden Daniels went 233 and one. I don't even. I don't see. Why don't I? I'm looking. So I just went to NFL.com. I went to stats and I'm looking up quarterbacks. And how come I don't see JJ McCarthy on the first page? Russell Wilson's on the first page. I got to go to the next page, and JJ McCarthy passing yards was fifth from the bottom, 32. He also threw an interception. Yeah, but yeah, Brock Purdy was 277 and two. He had two interceptions though. Matt Stafford 245 and one. No one had a multiple except for Jordan Love, 188 and two touchdowns, no interceptions thrown. I kind of like that. I kind of like the no interceptions being thrown as a wait, Joe. That's no, sorry, that's not that's the NFC. No, Michael Penix Jr. had a better game. Yeah. I don't know if I don't know about that. I don't know. I have not. He's a Michigan guy, yes, because he's been. Well, he has been on the JJ McCarthy bandwagon since he got drafted. So at least he is not. He hasn't wavered. He has not wavered one bit. Oh. No. Dexter Lawrence. Oh, is it Kayvon Thibodeau? Who? Uh-huh. Yes. Mm. Yeah, the NFL was doing too much for their YouTube broadcast the other day. Too many streamers on it because that's where they make their money off of. They're destroying there. They just had too many. I was like, okay, this we didn't need this. Yes. Mhm. I just want one team. And I don't like the fact, well, I guess it doesn't matter. It's the same with DirecTV that it it costs you a fortune for you for it if you don't have YouTube TV. Like it's a different price for people with YouTube TV than it is for if you just want the NFL package. So I don't like that. Mm-mm. Uh-huh. Yeah. No, nope, nope. But hopefully next week I'll be happy because we need a win. I need the Giants need a win. That would be interesting. They beat the if they go out and beat the Lions, that'll say a lot. It'll say a lot about the Lions, and it'll say a lot about the Bears. And get a win. Oh man, yeah. I just want. I said I'm so far from predicting anything. I just want to win. I just want the Giants to win. Yeah. If y'all beat them 43-3, I don't even have to hear about how bad the Giants are because everyone will be talking about are the Lions done? Or like I'm like, okay, oh, I don't even forgot that the Giants lost. Mhm. Instantly. Instantly. Oh, probabilities. If they lose, that's what you're gonna hear. You're gonna hear that, especially if they lose to y'all. The Lions will be done. They know all the stats. Oh, teams that go 0-2, they win this, they get the a 35% chance of making the playoffs. Then you get all those stats and yada yada yada. hmm just a lot, just a lot. But I'm saying a whole lot. hmm Okay. 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 Thank you. Oh man, that's awesome. All right. It is
Recording stopped.
it is hot in this room I'm in right now. I don't know.